Hey, I'm Dustin Pancari with Klim, and today I'm going to walk you through the brand new redesigned Alpine Jacket and bib that we have on our mannequin here. So before we go through the features, let's just talk a little about the overall goal with these two pieces here. We went out and got a ton of feedback from women riders. We went to snow shows, we talked to them on social media, we talked to some of our racers to get as much feedback as we possibly could on what they wanted to see out of an ideal aggressive riding or mountain shell jacket. So no insulation, just in a shell. That was really beneficial. That told us a lot of things, and what we took from that feedback we've built into these two latest pieces here. So let's start with the jacket. We'll go through that. We'll start on the outer part of the jacket, then we'll move to the interior of the jacket. Once we're done there, we'll move down to the bibs and we'll talk about the changes there. So again, this is a 2-layer Gore-Tex waterproof shell. Gore-Tex meaning it's waterproof, it's guaranteed to keep you dry, and it's also breathable. That's really important because if moisture gets to the body or to the skin, you get cold very fast. So we want to be able to evacuate any perspiration away from the body, and the Gore-Tex will allow that to happen. The perspiration can get away, but we also want to prevent any rain or water on the exterior of the shell getting in to the body. So Gore-Tex is the best scenario for that. Moving to the exterior of what we've changed on the new Alpine Jacket, you can see we've added a hood. This hood is removable, and I'm going to twist my mannequin here just a little bit and show you how that's removable. If you look on the back side here, hopefully you can see this on the camera, there's a zipper that goes across the back, and that can just be zipped off of the jacket. And then on each side of the jacket, there's a small Velcro patch, and the hood can be removed. Now, when I ride in the mountains, I don't usually like to ride with the hood, so I will stow this in my backpack or on the snowmobile. The reason for that is there's been scenarios where, we'll have a rider get down in a creek and it's going to take us an hour to get them out. It's cold, I don't want to wear my helmet the whole time, so I will reinstall the hood onto my jacket to keep me warm and keep the moisture off my head. Until we're done retrieving that snowmobile or whatever. Maybe it's at an event and you want it because you're standing around for half a day. So it's nice to have the hood, but it's also nice to be able to remove it and stow it. So we're going to get rid of that for now. You'll notice on the back of the collar here, we've got an adjustment strap, and that is made so that we can suck this collar in, tie it around the neck if they want to. We've got full collar enclosure here. Moving down on the jacket, let's talk about venting for just a second. You'll notice here in the armpit, hopefully you can see this on the camera, we've got a double zip that's fully adjustable with nice handles that you can reach while you have gloves on. They're big enough you can actually grab them with a glove on. And this vent will go all the way up through the pit and back down the other side. So there's a lot of ventilation there, and it's also adjustable. So say you don't want as much ventilation, you can zip those up halfway, or you can open them all the way down. So pretty versatile setup there. Moving down the jacket, we're going to come down to this pocket. You're going to see we've added a goggle chamois, and it's on a elastic cord. It's secured to the pocket, so it can't be lost. But that's going to allow the rider to clean their goggles when they need to. Stow that back into the pocket. The zippers again have these nice large pulls that are easy to use with gloves. Moving down the jacket, we've got a D-ring for a tether system. So if the rider's wearing a snowmobile that has a tether on it, they're able to secure that here as well. The main front zipper is a double zip. This is a big feature for us. It allows the jacket to be opened up on the bottom if they want extra ventilation, or zipped all the way down. So that's a nice feature. You'll notice there's a couple of areas on the jacket where there's some black material here. This is a reflective material. Just a couple of hits on the jacket. That's a safety thing for at night. If they're in an area where there's oncoming traffic or headlights, the human eye is going to recognize the shapes of these as it's being a person, not a sign or not a fence post, but the shapes. It's called biomotion recognition, so that's an extra little safety feature we've got there. Let's go to the interior of the jacket. Oh, one more thing on the exterior. There's also a cord that goes around the base of this jacket that allows you to suck the jacket in tight so air can't get into the jacket, just like we've done up at the top. Through some of the feedback we got from our riders, A lot of them said that our previous Alpine had plenty of room in the hips, maybe a little bulky. So we've resized this jacket, brought the hip area in just a little bit to make it a little sleeker and not quite as bulky. And that's based off that feedback from polling from women. The exterior material of the jacket has been improved as well for durability. We're now using the same material on the women's jacket as we are in the Ripsaw one piece and several other pieces in our line. And that's the feedback. Women were saying, hey, we want the men's durability, the men's function, the men's aggressiveness, but we want it fitted for a women's physique and styled for a woman. So that's exactly what we've engineered into this, is it's fit for a woman, but it's as durable as they need it to be. Anything they can throw at it, it's going to be durable enough in those tight mountain conditions in the trees, stabbing it with sticks. It's going to hold up for that. All right, we're going to move inside the jacket here. You're going to see we've got a powder skirt here at the bottom that's adjustable. Neat thing about this powder skirt is we know some women like to wear their jacket casually, so this is removable with the zipper here. And this powder skirt can be removed out of the way and they can use it in a casual scenario out to dinner or whatnot, so that's kind of handy. Interior wise, we've got one pocket on the outside over here. A lot of people like to stow their phone or maybe an MP3 player or something, and there's a port at the top where earphones can come out, be run up into the helmet, listen to music. One little trick I've learned is when I stow my phone in here, if it gets cold, the battery runs down, so I'll take one of those hand warmers and put it in the pocket next to my phone, and that keeps the phone from running dead, the battery going dead really fast in the cold, and then I can listen to my music for the whole ride. My phone's still functional if I need to make a call. So little trick we learned there, put a little hand warmer in that pocket. You'll notice there's a hanging liner in here that just kind of helps wick the moisture away if there's internal moisture, to get that passed through the Gore-Tex. So I'm going to remove the jacket here now. And just give you a look on the inside of the jacket. You can see that hanging liner. Removable powder skirt there. And then the two outside pockets, I failed to point those out earlier. We've got two outside hand pockets there. All right, so let's set this aside, and we're going to go over the bibs now for a second. The bibs have major changes for this year, major updates, and again, this is all based off of rider feedback. The biggest piece of feedback we got was they wanted it more durable. We had some really aggressive women riders out there and said, hey, we could stand to see the seat area in some of these leagues, the leg areas be more durable, so that's what we did. Again, we've incorporated the same material into this as we're using in the Ripsaw. We know that material really well. It's proven itself. So we've really beefed these bibs up to handle a lot more abuse. They also have what we call seat dry technology, which is a third layer. And I'm going to try to turn her around here. Hopefully she doesn't fall over. We've added a third layer in the seat to give extra durability to protect the Gore-Tex membrane to keep moisture from working its way through that. So that's the highest pressure area. When the rider's sitting down, that's the highest chance of maybe breaking something down and allowing moisture in. So we've added that third layer in there, and that's across all of our bibs. Every one of our bibs has that third layer. We call it that seat dry technology. We've refit these bibs for a little bit more comfortable fit, based off that feedback. But the biggest change is the new drop seat. I shouldn't have turned her around. Let me turn her back around here. We're going to talk about this drop seat here for just a second. So now the drop seat functions completely different. We've added two really large buckles. And the reason we went with such a large buckle is it's easier to grasp with a glove on and undo. You can get them from back here. So we'll undo those buckles. And the nice thing about this new system is the strap still stays over the bib. So the women have said, hey, I like the drop seat, but the problem is I have to undo my buckles, and then the seat kind of wants to drop, or the pants want to drop. So now the front of the bib will stay in place because we're maintaining our shoulder harnesses here, but it allows our female rider to drop these double-sided side zippers, and now the drop seat is actually built into the leg zipper, so it's as versatile as you need it to be. But again, we're still maintaining our straps over the shoulder. So the system is easier to use. We feel like it's more convenient. The buckles are easier to use. And we've incorporated it into these side leg vents and you'll see, I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but there's a snap here that can just enclose that and kind of keep it held up. We've had some women say, hey, I'd like to be able to double that as a vent. So now if they want to, they can just drop this zipper just a little bit. It's still enclosed up here on the top. Hopefully you can see that. And now this doubles as a vent. So there's a lot of purposes and functions of what's going on through this drop seat system. We've added a pocket to the seat area. We had some women say, hey, I'd like to have a little stow pocket to be able to keep some money, credit cards, whatever. So we've added that into there as well. Okay, we're going to turn her back around here. We're going to show you we've got a couple of front thigh pockets. Okay, we've got a gaiter system that seals to the boot. I'm gonna bring this zipper up here and maybe make this a little easier to see. So we've got a gaiter system that's got a Velcro enclosure with a snap at the bottom, and then it's got another strap system that'll go around the D-ring on the boot. And if you see this little elastic piece here, we're able to wrap that strap up through the elastic, down through the D-ring and back up, and it will hold the base of the bib down against the boot and prevent snow from coming up inside the leg, okay? We've lowered the front of the bib a little bit. Again, rider feedback. They felt like if we brought that front up too high, sometimes it was a little bit uncomfortable, so we've dropped the front down here below the bust, around the hip, and that should make it just a little bit more comfortable. So that looks like that covers most of the information on the new Alpine bib. We'd love to hear your feedback on this stuff, so when you watch this, please leave us a comment. Tell us what you like. Tell us if there's some things you don't like. Give us some ideas. We pay attention to all that stuff. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to Instagram, Facebook. We're going to keep doing little updates like this and getting comments from you guys, so we watch that stuff really close. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the snow.